Hey, Patrick.
Yeah?
What we finna do?
Oh, we finna watch something good.
Oh, shit.
What you finna do, Vicky?
What you finna...
I'm finna get hyped for a good
Vicky.
show.
We finna get hype.
Vicky.
Finna get hype.
Finna get hype.
Finna get pumped up.
Nah.
Vicky, we discussed this already. We finna say hype because it's the right word.
Look, I'm so disappointed. When we finna get hype, when we finna watch a good thing, I want to hear it. And when I want to hear it, what you gonna say? Patrick, what you gonna say? You don't know.
I don't know.
I'm disappointed.
I don't know.
Vicky, you say you gonna finna get hype. You finna get hype? You finna get hype? Patrick,
finna
get hype. All right, everybody finna get hype. How you gonna know you finna get hype?
Ooh, how do you know?
I'm finna get you.
We finna do the thing.
You ready?
I was gonna say I'm finna stay ready.
This finna get
this harder than I thought.
This finna get hard. This finna not funna, you know.
This finna fall apart.
I'm finna get done. Then, after I'm done, I'm finna get started. Then, you finna start. After you finna start, you stop. But then you finna start. And when we've all finna started, we finna stop. I have begun.
Did you just say you have the gun?
I have begun.
You know, this is fun to get harder and harder every time we try. This fun to get hard.
The harder it finna get, the better you finna be.
Ooh.
And actually,
that's good.
I'm finna have some things to say.
Oh, me too. I finna give up real easy.
Patrick, you finna catch up. You finna catch up real soon once you understand what we putting down. You need to pick it up though.
Oh.
You know what I'm finna say? I'm finna say we done. Cause you don't get it. Vicky, you know what I'm finna say? You know what I'm finna say, Vicky? Welcome to the Pirate Princess.
I'm finna need to increase my ebonics. Is that what you finna say? Is that what you finna say, Cori?
You finna embarrass me, Patrick. I can't do this anymore. I'm finna take away your minority card.
Oh, God. No, I'm finna need that. It's all I got.
You know what? Vicky can lose one of hers. She got 2 minority cards.
Oh my God!
Which one you want? Which one you finna take?
What's the other one?
which one you finna claim?
Yeah, there we go.
Patrick, I see.
You get your minority card back. Good job.
I'm finna use the hell out of this one.
I'm finna disregard all labels.
All right, Vicky, give Patrick your minority cards. You are no longer a lady or black. You're done. You lost all your labels. We will refer to Vicky as V.
Yep.
It is both accurate and
I am unknowable.
Initial sort of. It works. No gender, just V. Mm-hmm. There it is.
I do go by V. Good. I do.
Oh, that was more fun than it was funny, but I'm okay. Let's move on. Hello and welcome to Taku Katsu. We finna talk about Fena, the pirate princess. I am Cori, your host today. We are talking about Fena, pirate princess. This came out in fall-ish of 2021, and this is Taku Katsu, where we review and watch and talk about and ignore episodes new and old. Just the first episode. Usually. And I want to introduce first one of my co-hosts, Vicky.
We finna get hype. Maybe.
Just maybe.
Maybe.
And the new owner of 2 minority cards,
Oh my God.
Patrick.
I'm gonna use both of these to stop what we fun of doing. We're gonna end up and we're gonna lose everything on this show.
So, Fena Pirate Princess. Just as a really quick summary that we always forget to do, except for when Patrick does it because he knows what he's about. Fena Pirate Princess, episode 1 is essentially, you got this super blonde, I guess she has blue eyes. I didn't really pay attention to that part, but I assume blonde hair, blue eye, female character named Fena. And she gets kidnapped and is on an island, and she is in a brothel, and she's been there for like 10 years, and she is only just now gonna earn her keep, as it were. So that's how the story starts, and it goes on from there, and we'll probably discuss some of those shortly. I have been told that I spoiled too many things, and I did not watch more than one episode, so no worries today. Let's start with Patrick. What did you like about Fena?
This show is actually a pretty show. You know, like the characters, I love the characters. It got some like serious tones into it, but it's still, I think it's more pushing toward the comedic aspect. It's funny. I love the characters. Fena is kind of, as a main character, she's quirky. She's got the attitude, but she isn't annoying. You know, she's not like your princess-y type, like tsundere or like a hothead. She's like in the right, it's good, a good balance of like quirkiness, hotness, and like grounded, and still in this, you know, with her like still living in her fantasy, you know, and you see all the little facets of her. So Fena as a main character is actually appealing, and not just her amazing white hair looks, but I love Otto and Salman, the 2 bumbling like her guards. I want a show just about those 2 characters, because that'd be amazing. But no, it's, I mean, I know there was an English dub of this one as well. I watched Japanese dub. A lot of like recognizable like voice characters. There's a big cast of characters in the show. What I like about the show is that maybe it's because I feel like last week we watched Orange High Schools. I feel like this show has kind of a lot of pretty boys or potential pretty boys in the show. Because the main character is
at least one.
Yes, because Fena is the main character, and she's like the main girl character of the crew, but all of her bodyguards are everyone in the shadows that are going to protect her are like the pretty boys. But, and again, with that being said, she's kind of like, kind of feels a little bit more tomboy in that sense because of her spunkiness and all that, and her attitude. But yeah, I like the characters a lot, and that's a big selling point for me in animes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Vicky, what do you like about the show?
I too got the Oran High School Host Club vibes, especially when they were like twins showed up, and I was like,
yes, oh my goodness, and they are like mischievous. They're like,
yep, they straight up were like, nah, I want to
Akuma K.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But I would say the thing I liked the most was I liked the opening sequence, like literally the OP. Because it showed like her journey from like this princess type to becoming a pirate. And actually the way they animated her hair in like just the opening was just fascinating, because they showed her like being like shorn, and I was like, gotta stand a short haired like heroine. And then even like when it came to like seeing her story, and like it was supposed to be like her first night, and she's auctioning herself off as part of a plan to get herself off this island. Like, she's pretty self-sufficient, somehow surviving on this island where, even by her own words, men treated women like objects and however they want it. Like, she became known as the white marginal, and I mean, it kind of has a darker side, like, when you dig into it, but it wasn't bad. I like the little cartoon drawings they showed, like, overimposed over the tower. And the ninja crew just sitting back, commentary as they're watching the old men get like beaten. That was just funny. Cori, what'd you like? What got you hype about Fena?
Man, why?
We're finna stop. We're finna stop.
Vicky. Look, I'll live with the Fena jokes all day because they're dumb and I love it. But anyway, all right. Production IG. They know how to make a show.
It's pretty.
Well, at least they know how to make it look good. Really, really good visual. Stunning. Maybe. Really, really nice to look at. I like comedies. And this is definitely a comedy adventure story. This is definitely a comedy adventure. Mm-hmm. And I'm down for that. It's also Pirates versus Ninjas, and that sounds fun. If I may make a really random reference to Dr. McNinja, which is a webcomic that has not been a webcomic for a long time now. I cannot remember the name of the artist and the writer. I actually met him once. He came to Minneapolis. And... but yeah, I think I bought all of it. Yeah, I think I own all his comics. It was like a independent. But he did that. Anyway, Dr. McNinja is a really silly webcomic where there's a guy who's a doctor and he's a ninja. And I guess, he's like Irish or something. So it's fun. It makes no sense, but it's fun. And I think the pirates and ninjas concept in the show is going to be about that. It's going to be fun. And I don't know how she's going to be a pirate. I don't know how these dudes with samurai helmets are going to be ninjas. But I want to know more. And the concept alone, the concept plus the art is like, yep, this is worth giving time to. And I'm really curious about the blonde dude, the pretty boy.
Yeah.
He's like the pretty boy cop. I'm like, is he gonna actually be a good guy, or is he actually
he's
like
villain?
Yeah, okay,
villain.
Yeah. So we all were like, he's secretly the villain.
Oh yeah,
he's in it for that.
The one guy.
He wants that money.
We jumped on that. All of the bad guy.
As soon as they showed his eyes and it was like a gray slate color, I was like, "Ooh, that's a bad boy."
No, as soon as he saved the lady, it was like, "Okay, now this guy's bad." that's our sympathy. That's our sympathy. Oh, he can't be that bad. He saves women.
No.
It was weird because I immediately thought about Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Bastards, and I fucking love Christoph Waltz. He is one of my favorite actors of the last several years.
He's really good,
and he's so good. Oh man. On just for 10 seconds, Django Unchained. That's all I gotta say.
He's
so good.
Killed it in that movie.
So good.
Anyway, yeah. So I thought it was really pretty. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was fun and funny. It was relaxing. It was a good show to just kind of watch. It's not a show I'd ever want to. I watched it in Japanese as well. I don't think I'd ever want to watch it in English.
I did watch the English.
I thought it was. How was it? How was the voice acting?
It wasn't bad. I liked the different takes on accents that they tried, and like it.
What kind of accents?
Like the two old men had accents, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what they were, but they were just funny.
Were they like a British,
a British accent?
They weren't British for sure.
Not like Irish or German or was it like...
I think the bigger guy, and I can't remember which one, but the bigger old man.
Otto?
Yeah.
Otto?
He had he called her Liebchen at one point.
Ooh.
So
Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Yep.
That'd be German.
And then the other guy, I just remember he sounded like an old man that was missing a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
That came through in Japanese too.
Yeah.
That came through in Japanese. Like, I don't know what they did, but he stuck his tongue in his mouth and he made words that sound like he was muffled. Like, yeah, he did that. He did a good job. So, any other accents? Like, did Fena have an accent? Did the Japanese people have accents?
She didn't so much have an accent, but she had a very playful way of speaking. that like combined her innocence and naivete with like, oh, I'm gonna get off this island. Like it just had a very shonen way of a girl talking, kind of like
16-year-old Zelda. I was gonna say Link, but we'll just go with Zelda.
Maybe
you're right.
Link. More like Naruto when he's doing sexy jutsu. Like,
believe it.
Yeah. Like she had that energy, very high energy. But like the English wasn't bad. Like
you know what? Maybe one of those stereotypes of blonde hair, blue eyed, because I'm going to call her blonde hair, blue eyed characters in Japanese is they are stupidly naive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're also Americans, and Americans don't know how to shut up, apparently. Thank you, Japan stereotypes. It was an interesting show. I was interested. I liked how it ended. It ended differently than I expected, so it was a little bit of a surprise that he just kind of hit her in the head with a stick and walked away.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was good.
Like, I was like, oh, he's gonna, like, carry her. No. He's just like, peace. So
and it was like, you still talk too much.
Yep.
Walked away.
Yeah.
It was funny because, like, she was, like, fantasizing, like, oh my goodness, like, I like him, or like, he's my childhood friend. But then she goes to a flashback when she's like unconscious, and the flashback is the guy like ignoring her. He's just irritated with her. He's like, I don't like this. He's fishing by himself. He has like his veins pop out. Like, I don't this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And then he hits her in the head with a stick.
Yep.
Except, doesn't knock her out.
I somehow doubt that is actually Yukimaru. Yukimaru.
I think that's 100% Yukimura.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 100% him, but there must be a reason why they didn't actually. They helped without helping.
Mm-hmm. He's just too pretty. Like those eyes are very broody.
See, you see that right there? You see the comment? This show's for the Vickies. This is an otome show. This is a girl with many of the boys. Yukimaru is a tsundere.
Yeah, he is. If that is him.
Oh man, yeah,
that's
right?
him. Yeah, that's him.
Right.
Yeah.
I did not get the Orin High School Host Club vibes that you two did. I can see the connections you made, but I did not. That was not my initial feeling. I didn't have a lot of things I didn't like, so I'm going to just give you the few. Before that. Crunchyroll and
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim. This is the original.
Yeah.
Adult Swim. Yeah, I was like,
that was weird. Yeah, you're right. That was an interesting pick. Like these two.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, oh, William Street.
With
okay.
IG
Put
production.
your money in there. Right. Now, to be fair, Production IG has done stuff with Cartoon Network before.
With that said, is this American made? Or was it made in Japan?
I'm assuming like a lot of these, they make it wherever they make it, but the money comes from whoever is sponsoring. So like when they did all those South Korean shows that aren't Solo Leveling, please animate Solo Leveling. All right, so when they did that, it was Crunchyroll and like Billy's Chinese. Something tune, what's it called? Webtoon. When they did that, they gave them the money to make it. But then, somebody in South Korea and Japan put it together. Because a lot of the shows are made in South Korea, and then the Japanese do the key art.
Yeah, I think when you say when someone makes it now, it's not necessarily like who actually physically makes it, but like who is producing it, I guess. That's the question, right? Like Adult Swim.
Whose money is helping me make this today?
It's put in the money. Like again, would that make it being American made? Like in that sense, like produced by an American team, I guess.
So broadly speaking, like it's anime because it's made in this style, and it's directed by people who are Japanese, and animated by people who are Korean,
and supplied, funded by Adult Swim, Crunchyroll,
by somebody,
whoever.
But yeah, Crunchyroll, and now that Crunchyroll is officially part of Sony, which is officially part of Funimation, all that stuff is rolling in together, and I assume the prices will go up. But whatever. Anyway, we'll see how this all goes. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting little Oh, because every time I see William Street, I think Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because I don't love that show at all. But anyway, that's like their first like animation that they did, more or less.
Brack. That's cool.
Anyway, so what I didn't like, I didn't quite understand what the white marginal meant. Like I know that's what they called her, but I'm like, what does that mean? Yeah.
Well, I think it's just based on her white skin. I don't know where the marginal comes from.
But margin, I'm like that.
It's weird anime naming convention.
Yeah. So
Sea shanty.
whenever they give me something that doesn't mean anything, I'm like,
it's like the Grand Line.
It's too weird. Yeah.
I got because I couldn't help separate with this like One Piece vibe because again we talk about pirates, but like in this first show they didn't really introduce the pirate aspect. It was more of the ninja side.
Not
but
really.
then when they
other than like when she got like
the intro where there were the cannons, but like when they said the white marginal, I was like, is that like a play on an equator line or like a is that a play on that? I just random connections, the Grand Line. Like, yeah, okay.
Because like literally, I'm like marginal. What the hell does that mean in this context? Like, is it because she's the only one with white hair?
Probably.
But marginal versus margin or like they're just it's like you're messing with words and I don't like it. But yeah, that's just nitpicky. It would be nice if everybody wasn't so rapey.
Hey, that island was pretty much like a brothel, right? Like
Yeah. I mean, and dude was straight up like, my new bride to be. Also, look at all my women that I'm sleeping with actively.
Yeah.
But, she's on her way up there. I'm like, dude, you got too much energy going
Fully
on.
naked, beating up a
and
dude.
money, apparently. Yeah, that was kind of funny, though.
That was.
So, I didn't have any real, like, actual complaints. It's a fun-looking show. I'm glad I watched Idaten before this because this is not as good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was waiting for Idaten for like a month. like 2 months.
Yep, I'd say of this and Idaten's way better. This was okay. Like, I watched it in English, and it was a passable, like, interest. I was like, oh, that's funny. That's cool. If I were to keep watching it, I'd keep it in English just so I could like have it on in the background because it didn't quite grab and hold on to my attention. It just didn't have enough oomph of a story so far because it's like pirate princess, her dad disappeared and she's waiting for this childhood boy and it's just like where's the story? Where's the mystery? What's going to keep me watching it?
I think the mystery was supposed to be that's Yukimura, but he won't say it's Yukimura, and you're like, why?
Mm-hmm.
But that literally happened to like the last
minute.
So it wasn't as impactful as it could have been if they would have tried to do it a different way.
I just think it was all right. It wasn't the best thing we've seen like this season, but it was pretty okay.
Okay, so what is an okay out of 10?
Like 5, 6 maybe.
Okay.
Like if I would keep watching it.
Okay.
I have a lot more other things to watch.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Like Idaten.
Yeah, me too. I need to finish that. We gotta start talking because I gotta finish that too.
So
I'm gonna watch Idaten and then Fena. That's how it's gonna be.
Let me just sell you all on solo leveling just for a second. All right. I love Idaten. You can tell. I love solo leveling as much. That's how good solo leveling is.
Wow.
What didn't you like about this show, Patrick?
I think you're kind of on the mark of that. Like I said, it's pretty to look at. The characters are pretty good for me as well. But for the promise of the first episode, there wasn't that much like action, like fighting and whatnot. It was all and stealth. It was literally like stealth kills, right? Like that, like true ninjas. I'm sure that will pick up,
but not like But not like cool stealth kills, just kind of like
off screen.
Hey, they're dead.
Off screen deaths. Like, okay. Like, I'm sure they'll pick up in certain episodes when they fight, because, like, again, we weren't really introduced to the pirate side, and I don't know, like, if it introduces a whole new cast of characters, and we were only introduced to the quote unquote ninja side, who wear samurai helmets, and I can't break that, distinction. I think me and Cori are saying I can't personally break that distinction. If he's wearing that Kabuto hat, that guy's a samurai, but he's a ninja or fighting in stealth and whatnot.
Look, if you're wearing a hat and it reminds me of a character from Naruto or a Pokemon from Pokemon, you're a samurai. That is a reference to the term Kabuto. Now you all know that means helmet. You're welcome.
He's not wrong.
Educational television.
The more you know.
Zane actually mentioned to me not too long ago that, like, sometimes we'll just start talking about stuff. He's like, I gotta look that up. I'm like, oh yeah, we should probably explain.
No, we don't need to explain.
Every now and again.
It's better if we don't explain. But no, I think the ending of that episode, I got some... When they started introducing the characters and the guys, I guess, this is where I got the high school vibes, and I got the otome vibes, where this is otome kind of type of show, but dressed underneath a pirate versus samurai, a pirate versus ninja action, I guess. But I think the main story is, like, who is Yukimaru? This is the love that she's trying to find, and still, and because that's it was talked a lot more in the show with Fena's perspective. So I assume that's going to be the ongoing theme with her and escaping, but trying to find the pretty boy Yukimaru. But yeah, other than that, I think you're right. It's pretty. It's for me, it's a little bit above average. It's not like like I said, a 6 or maybe a 7. Right? It's kind of how I feel. It's not like a base. It's a little bit above than a generic show, but it's just so pretty like that. And yeah.
I definitely think it's a 7. It's a 7. The art bumps it up to a 7. The promise, or at least the maybe not promise, but close to promise, of pirates versus ninjas, that bumps it up to at least a 6 from a 5. And I think the art bumps it up to a 7 for me personally. Her
having short hair boosted to a 6 for me.
But she doesn't have it yet.
Exactly. So it's like
I think that she's spunky. She's fun. Yeah. Trust me. Every time I wanted to say that, I almost wrote it down. I was like, spunky. I'm like, but anyway, that's a term. It's a fine term. There's no other things to think about.
She's full of spunk.
So she's got a lot of,
or not.
She's the white marginal. This show, please. Okay. Can I say one thing about that? I did not really, honestly, sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but one thing I didn't like about the show.
No, go ahead.
It got a little bit like, again, it kind of went there, like a Dawson levels, but it didn't actually go there. We captured her. Like, oh, you're gonna do what I say, girl, and then like they capture her in the dark. But, like, it was gonna go into places. If this was a 9 out of 10 on the edge scale, it would have went there.
Yeah.
But this is like, okay, bring it down. We're not gonna do that. Guy saves them. But there are some times where it just like it got like, that's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Please get these men.
Well, and I think it's one of those problems where an easy catch-all of this person's evil is rape.
You don't say, Cori.
That's just the easy.
Well, Vicky,
it's just an easy catch-all.
Vicky.
So
I think she.
Look. I'm purposely avoiding causing another argument about the show that we know that I want to argue about. Okay, but the point is still valid.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
If a character commits sexual violence, it is an easy way to, in a show, Goblin Slayer, right? To say that they're evil and bad and they should die. Like, it's really, really easy. It's also kind of lazy after, 50, 60 years of that on every show that you've ever seen. Like, oh, that guy's bad. I mean, look, I'll even, I once in my life actually tried to write a story, and that was like, and I did not even get close to finishing it, but that was, vaguely what I tried to do for like not even like a main villain, just a character. I'm like, and in retrospect, I'm like, nah, no. Like, there's so many things you can do to show a person's bad. Or there's so many things that can happen to a female character that are bad that isn't that. So, you know.
Yep. It's like it just defaults to if a woman is alone and a man, like, has bad intentions towards her, it's immediately, that's the reason.
Right.
You know, and I wouldn't mind just a little bit of respect for men who are rapey. That'd be nice. I mean, I understand that men are assholes, and not all of them are great, and some of them are good, and some of them are bad. But it would be nice that we didn't always have to default to one of the worst things you can do to a random person that you don't know. Or you do know. Shit.
Plus, she then followed it up with not even knowing if this is Yukimaru? If it's her friend or not. She's like, you're the only decent man on this island. And basically, on the cusp of professing love to the stranger that just happened to save her. And it was like, what happened to, like, waiting for your friend?
To be fair, she was convinced that he was Yukimura. So
still, that was a big leap to be like, I think I know you. You're the most decent man I've ever met. It's like, what?
But she is almost annoyingly naive.
Mm-hmm.
So there is something to be said about that being a character trait that she might improve.
Plus, it totally,
over time.
But it disregards the two old men that came and saved her.
It does. Yeah. It does.
Again, those two old men are the best. I want to show just what those.
They were fun. They were fun. I assume they will continue to be in the show.
Hopefully.
So I am going to at least watch probably one, if not two more episodes and see if it gets cool. The little bit with Yukimura doing his murder scene was like, oh, that's fun. Maybe they'll do better than that next time. Because again, Production IG, they do good stuff. Animation-wise, I'm not going to say the quality of their anime is good, but the art is good.
Shots fired.
No, they don't write the shows. They just animate them. That's a different problem.
It's like with the animation of the show we don't talk about. It's like great animation,
great animation.
Writing, not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so for instance, Production IG did the original Ghost in the Shell, not the original, the TV show Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
you know. That was good art.
Good.
Then it's still good now. Like if you watch that show now, you're like, good art, good animation. Honestly, I prefer that animation way more than the movie. The movie's a little too uncanny valley for me. But anyway, point is, I'm going to watch one or two episodes more. What about you, Patrick?
Yeah, I gotta give it another at least one more episode because I gotta see that interaction, the battles of. I mean, are they working together? I'm assuming they're against each other, the pirates versus the ninjas, or like what are their intentions? Like they're just saving her, or do they want to capture her? There's a little bit of that part of it, and like,
is she their princess, but she's a pirate? I want to know.
Like, is that Yukimaru? Like, why is he a ninja versus being a pirate? Like, they just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why are they stealing samurai hats and walking around like ninjas? I don't understand. But Patrick, Vicky.
I don't think I would watch more.
Yeah.
Like
this just sounded like
yeah, just like reading the synopsis, it doesn't have the like it factor for me. And I don't know what would make it better, but there's like other things on my list to watch before I would watch this again. Like I would rather watch
Name 3.
Finishing Pretty Boy Detective Club. I'm on like episode 4.
Okay.
And it's really good. You guys, it's so good.
Really good? Oh my God.
It's so good.
Is it really?
It really is.
Is it really?
Is.
Because I watched 2 episodes of that. What happens in 2 more episodes? Okay, wait. Question. Purple hair girl. Is she a main character? Yes or no?
Yes, she is like...
Okay.
It's her throughout the show.
Okay. Because I think that's what we were wondering. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it just for her.
Okay.
So, this isn't even really a spoiler, but essentially, it's very much over on Host Club because she joins the team. That's not really a spoiler,
right.
but
I mean that was basically episode 1. Yeah.
And it gets so weird. It's a lot more detective-y than you would think it is. It's not like minor school things so far. It's like actual like, oh, this is actually interesting. So there's Pretty Boy Detective Club finishing. There is that one about To Your Eternity?
To Your
about
Eternity.
the
yeah.
The orb.
Yes.
Watch that. There's Sunny Boy. Like, I would rather watch Sunny Boy. Also Skate. The Infinity, like, everything else.
Vicky's right.
I thought you gave up on Skate.
No, I never gave up.
Okay.
You see...
All right. Well, you enjoy your little skateboard Hisoka.
Yeah. No, I think Vicky bring up, like, those anime she just listed. I'm like, I would rather watch those
or better
than this show.
out the gate.
Than Fena. Like Fena is definitely, it's the damsel in distress that becomes, independent. It's like it's the story is kind of, played off, but I don't know if the ninja and pirates will sell me on that, but it kind of seems somewhat, I don't know, like, I wouldn't say predictable, but it's a story that's kind of been like, oh yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little more excited about Fena, clearly, but yeah, I definitely think that it needs to get me in 2 more episodes maximum, or I'm just gonna move on. What else? No, you already listed it.
Well, see, let's
go ahead.
Well, it's like you'll give a thing 2 to 3 episodes of, like, if you'll keep watching it. Me, if it's not the first one, I'm very unlikely to, like, keep going.
Yeah.
Look, the olden days, in the before times, back when Naruto was hot and we were calling people potheads because they were watching Prince of Tennis.
Potheads.
3 episodes. 3 episodes was the rule. You're like, you gotta give it 3. That was like the bare minimum if you were really gonna learn about a show and really give it a shot. Now, this obviously was harder to get 3 episodes in the time because you had to, like, torrent it or something. But yeah, I think that's the old standard, and I think I'm just used to it, even though realistically I don't hold myself to it.
Yeah, I think for me nowadays I'm giving it a hard 1 episode rule. Like, even for the shows that I do like even though I say I like Higurashi, I'm like, I don't recommend that to people. Yeah. That is not a show I would recommend at all. But for this show, again, I'm just like, 1 episode hard rule. Is it gonna get me? I'm like, it kind of. That's why I'm gonna give it at least 1 more episode, because it kind of got me there. But I don't think if it doesn't kick up, I'm like, I'll probably give it a pass. So.
Hey, I mean, I almost ruled 1 episode Bleach the first time I watched it.
Oh, really?
Bleach should be 1 episode.
Like, I almost passed on Bleach. I like Bleach quite a lot. I enjoyed Bleach a lot.
Bleach is just,
it's not my favorite shonen, but I enjoyed it.
First seasons were good.
First season was super good. Second season was amazing.
I would rather watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures than Bleach.
Man,
right answer. That's the right answer. That's right.
That's the wrong.
JoJo's is just so funny.
I haven't talked shit about JoJo in like 6 months, at least out loud on recording. JoJo, I am still not into JoJo's, and I'm like, what am I? I don't remember what season I am because I haven't watched it in forever. JoJo's. No, I'm not in season 3 because season 3 is when
you go to Egypt.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay, maybe I'm in season. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's boring, and I don't care. No. I understand that JoJo's is fun and interesting to a lot of people. I read JoJo's, and I'm not into it.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, this is fine. It's just not. It's not my thing. I will eventually get through it because I feel like I have to, so I can talk more shit about it. Kind of like a certain other show that I sped read not too long ago. Right. But yeah, I don't know. JoJo's, man. I don't get it. I get why people like it. I don't care. It's not that good. Why are you... Okay, one last thing about JoJo's. The dialogue is bad in the anime.
Yes.
Hey,
that's it.
Okay. One thing to okay, not to get away from our show, we're talking about Fena Pirate Princess, but Fena Pirate Princess is very generic in the sense where it's like it doesn't do anything more than that. JoJo is 100% like off the scale of what the hell is going on.
It is.
Quirky, it's just shark jumps.
It is.
Yes, exactly, and that's why it's great.
But jumping the sharks is a bad thing. But you're not supposed to jump the shark all the time.
Is a jump shark.
But old man JoJo is just like, oh my god, like he's so funny.
Oh my god!
In English.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
It's just so funny.
It's over the top with purpose.
I am not I am not saying that there are not parts of JoJo that are entertaining. Like, I literally learned about JoJo back when people were making little GIFs about Dio dropping steamrollers on dudes and having no context. I'm like, what is everyone losing their shit about? It's 2003. The fuck is going on? And they were referencing like a 1999 like OVA of the best fucking part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wow.
Because they never animated it except for the OVA. And so that's why I started reading the manga. And then eventually the anime came out and I was like, bubbles. I'm going to kill vampires with bubbles. This shit is dumb. I don't care if you call it hamon. Hamon is bubbles.
It's so good.
Fucking bubbles.
It's so good. It's so stupid, but it's so good.
Jesus.
It's so stupid, it's good.
It's so good, it's so stupid. Okay. Enough trashing on JoJo's. The 3 fans that we have are mad at me now because they know that I don't really care. And they're like, JoJo's is good, shut up. Okay, what was I going to say? I forgot. Basically, I did finish Utena.
Oh, we finished
awesome.
it. Damn it.
So,
you beat me to it.
So, yeah, you were getting too close.
How'd you like the ending?
My pride was on the line.
Don't.
Man.
Okay, if you could, don't spoil it. But,
okay, I will not spoil the ending. I will just say that I was not satisfied.
Well, well, before Vicky says a rebuttal, Cori, you were never going to be satisfied after watching 39 episodes. You were never going to be satisfied.
Absolutely not.
As soon as the cowbell entered, you were just like over it.
Vicky tricked you.
Oh, man. That cowboy episode probably did ruin me because it was too much. I'm like, Hanami sucks ass. Why are you doing this to me? I actually saw a YouTube video that was about Hanami. She's like, is it a bad character? Or I forgot what the other thing was. It was like a dichotomy. Like, is she a bad character or is she like... It wasn't like this, but it was like... They didn't say this exactly, but it was like, bad character or genius? I'm like, no, I don't get it. And the reason that video showed up is because I was like, explain me the ending of Utena.
Damn it.
And they explained it and I'm like, that shit didn't mean anything to me. I got nothing from that show.
Listen.
Like, I understand the meaning, it just didn't mean anything to me.
It's an acquired...
This show is not for me. I appreciate the show is actually of a quality and a purpose, but it is so not for me that it's just like I was never gonna like it, and I'm okay with that. I do not think Utena is a bad show.
It's just not for you.
I think it is an old show, and I think it is a slow show, and I think you could have cut it down.
100%.
And I think it could have been a better show that I didn't like.
Utena is what I call an experimental show. It's like they clearly... I don't know if they had a true idea when they were making it, but it's just like... it feels that way. It feels like... Because like... without the filler episodes, like, why is this here? Like, there are some episodes that I like. I love this show, but there are most of those episodes like I hate this show.
Yeah. Yep.
So I cannot quote anything because I don't remember. But when I watched the YouTube channel, I was like, "What is the ending?" They were like, "The entire show is more or less based off of a philosopher's quote,"
which is the intro. No.
The whole show is based off of this like idea from a philosopher, and I could not tell you any about it because I was just like, I don't like the show. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I did my duty. I finished the show for who? Who did I finish that show for, Patrick? Who did I finish it for?
Yourself, because it's a good show.
Vicky.
Everyone should watch it.
I finished it for Vicky.
Everyone should watch it.
Because I'm a good friend. Vicky. I finished that show because I'm a good friend. It took me a year, but I did.
Yeah, Vicky, watch Roundma Half. Watch all 150 episodes. Be a good friend.
No. I watched, how many episodes is it tonight?
39.
All right. If you watched 20 episodes of Ranma,
listen. I'm going to watch Katanagatari.
Oh,
that would actually be pretty fair. That would be pretty fair.
That's 12 hours.
It's still shorter. Actually.
But it'll feel like forever. Because it's...
No, it is. It is.
It's so jammed-packed. It's like 2 hours in an hour worth of dialogue.
All you gotta do is watch 30 minutes and pause it and come back later.
I will come back to this Lost. Lost as hell.
She still comes back next episode, like, comes back to play. She's like, I don't know what happened. I don't get what's going on.
I need to just find the script
It's not
and
that
read
bad.
it.
Hey, I got the books. I got the books right here.
There you go. I just need to read the books.
Read the book.
Well, are you going to watch the movie, Utena?
Oh, hell no.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's only 2
hell
hours.
no.
It's not. Wait, it's only an hour. It's
No.
not that bad. If it's
No.
50 episodes.
39 minutes. 39 episodes times 24 minutes. No. Fucking no. If there's a cowbell in the movie, I'm murdering the world.
I don't
you hear
think
me?
so. But listen,
You don't
the
think so.
movie
You need
gives
to know
a
so.
different perspective of it all. But
Look, I don't need to see Anthe trying to bang her brother.
Oh my
anymore,
goodness.
all right? I'm good.
Dude, that season's okay.
Wait,
Oh
did
my
you see
God.
that? Remember that video I sent? That little clip
Jesus.
where she's moaning in the car?
Here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing. Season
What?
1 was like, let's just have fun with it. Season 2, let's try to actually make a story with the Dark Rose arc, and then they just disappear. Season 3 was like,
best.
Season 3, let's just
Cars.
let's actually do what we want to do, guys.
Yeah. No. Wait. Not Cars.
Yeah.
Not Cars. Whamu.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, she didn't get
I
it.
gotcha.
That would have been
I
good
gotcha.
if she would have got it.
Is that's a good JoJo reference?
Thank you. As they used to say in
watched
2018.
JoJo.
Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference? So one of the Pillarmen's name was Cars. The other one was Wham. But because of reasons, it wasn't Wham. It was Wamu. Okay, real quick. Now that we're talking about JoJo's again, I gotta say, since I shit on JoJo's, I do have a little bit of fun being like, oh, that's the musician that they're talking about. So they got Wamu, which is Wham, which, you know, if you've watched
Hold on.
shoot,
The
what's it
Pillarmen
called? Deadpool.
are based on...
Deadpool.
Hold on. Vicky, do you not know the characters of the show? Do you not know that? You know,
Nope.
right? You
I
don't
haven't
know that?
really watched JoJo's. I just...
He loves 80s music so bad.
All his characters are based off of 80s musicians and like rock stars.
Yeah.
Like literally,
That's
Dio is literally
Dio?
He's
Dio?
literally Yeah, no, Dio. He is.
Dio is based off of was it
God.
Sting?
No, what's his name?
Is it Sting?
Dio.
Forgot.
No, Marlon Brando.
Yeah. What was
Dio Brando, Marlon Brando.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's whatever. He's like a weird whatever. It's Dio. Dio's Dio. Zawordo. Yeah, like a lot of the names of the stands are based on some kind of thing. The purple one, Divine, what's it called? Shoot. I don't know. Hermit Purple.
Yeah, I have not watched JoJo's. I would rather watch JoJo's.
Wait. Back up.
I've just seen like a couple episodes. Like I tried to start from the beginning and I got to like after the house stuff happens. That's it.
Is it because it's boring?
No.
Is it because the plot line is obvious? Or is it because they explain what they're gonna do, then they do it, and it's not at all
There
interesting?
is no obvious plot line. You cannot guess where the show is going.
The beginning's just kind of nonsensical. Like when he kissed the girl and it was like, how could you? It was just like...
I, Dio, have kissed your girlfriend, and now she should go kill herself after I killed your dog. I'm an asshole.
I will agree with that.
God damn it.
Well, Patrick, I can't wait till you finish Utena. Also, I believe it's like the adolescence of Utena. I feel like that's...
Is that the movie?
A fuller title. It's like somewhere along the line, it's like the words, the adolescence of Utena is a thing.
Is that the name of the show? It's not Revolutionary Girl Utena?
Yeah, there's that.
Or are you talking about the movie?
The quote that is relevant has something to do with something like that. I'm not going to find out. I don't care enough about Utena.
No, it's clearly a show about forbidden loves and growing. Like there's a lot of.
It's not even about forbidden love, though. Not really.
There's a lot. There's a lot of vibes of that, and I don't know the ending of it.
Sure, there might be vibes, but it's really... I don't get the impression that the show is about forbidden love.
What is your impression?
It's more about... It's more about finding yourself.
Mm-hmm. Adolescence of Utena is the movie. It's Revolutionary Girl Utena, Adolescence Apocalypse.
Oh,
yeah.
Apocalypse.
And then there's this whole thing about why revolution, changing the world, being an adult, changing it, and look, I like philosophy in general. I like psychology specifically. I am completely not falling on this one. Yes. Are they going to kiss in this movie too? Because they're getting real close.
You'll see.
Vicky just showed me a poster.
It's like, you'll see.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not watching it.
It's.
I'm not.
Hey, here's a real thing.
No interest at all.
Utena is actually the episodes are actually 42 episodes. The movie is 3.
Well, they gave me an ending with blank, 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 blank happening. So blank, 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 blank means blank, blank, blank. I don't have to watch the end because that was in it. You're not going to New Game Plus me on this one, Patrick.
It's a more mature take on the anime series. So it's like...
That I did not enjoy.
So you might like the movie better.
How more mature can you get with the themes they're talking about? I mean...
Hey... How many times does the red-haired boy and the green-haired boy do it? Because they look like they were really ready for it.
In the movie? I need to watch the movie again because I just remember it was a wild...
That was not a 0, and that's why I don't need to watch it. Thank you.
A lot of implications in this. Oh god,
yeah.
It's about the transition from adolescence to adulthood. You know.
Yeah, that's an accurate summation of why the show wasn't interesting because it did a bad job of explaining.
Oh no, it did a very good job. It's confusing. That's the
point.
No.
It did a great job. It did a great job being metaphorical. Yeah. It did a terrible job explaining itself.
Okay. I wouldn't say it's confusing.
The metaphor was strong.
Yeah, the metaphor is great. I love that stuff. I wouldn't say it's confusing. It's just the way they use their characters to push a certain direction of the show is like, it feels wrong. It's weird, but I understand if that's clearly what they wanted to do with especially season 3 is like with Auntie and the brother. I'm like, I don't like, I get it. I get it. Like throughout the whole show, they were talking about like, again, with Nanami, with her quote unquote brother. And apparently like, I watched the episode where they're like, oh, they were adopted and they're not blood brothers, but they actually are. But then he's like, oh, but that's more quote unquote romantic, isn't it? I'm like, I don't get it. Like, again, it's about forbidden love. And then with Vicky? No, I'm not done ranting. I'm not done ranting yet. I'm not done ranting. The blue boy, Mickey. He and his sister, I guess his sister, right? Like they have forbidden love too. Like this show is about like they're all siblings. And Utena and Anthony's there, and then the girl likes the other girl who is also the girl likes a girl but can't say it to the boy, and then I don't. Oh God,
Wakaba?
No.
Like,
Vicky,
even Wakaba.
Vicky.
Too.
Who do you recommend this show to?
For the real ones.
for the weird ones. You know who you are.
No, I said like, the real ones.
The real weird ones.
Yeah.
Like
not just normal weird, real weird.
14 to 15-year-olds.
Adolescents.
Stop right. 16? Nope.
Even 16. The weird ones, like the ones that have a friend group not by choice, but because they're not in any other friend group. That's
choose your friends.
Yeah.
Choose your friends.
Well, sometimes you can't.
Choose your friends.
No,
but sometimes you can.
Friends. Choose your friends. Do not let life tell you what to do. Do what you got to do to get what you need.
And watch you tonight.
So, Patrick.
Yes.
What about you? What's your anime journey right now? What are you up to? What are you watching? What are you trying to watch?
Well, Vicky named a couple good shows. I gotta jump back on the To Your Eternity wagon. I'm like 8 episodes away of finishing Utena, so I got into that weird Anthe situation, and I'm like, man, it makes me hate all the characters like in the show. Like literally, all the boys are the worst, all the girls are the worst, and Utena. Oh God,
Yo,
she's
Utena goes on a small journey into the end there.
She's starting to fall off a little bit, but she's losing her ways. Let's say
it's to revolutionize the world.
Hey, can I say that that's a good excuse?
Sure.
But no, To Your Eternity. I know we mentioned. I'm not sure if we mentioned Code Geass during last episode.
Oh.
But I actually haven't finished that show, so I rewatched like some Code Geass. I'm like, this was more serious and bloody than I thought it would have, than I remembered. It was like with the mechs and like, oh, like this is people are dying. There's like, oh, he makes them do some stuff.
Wow.
If you are of the persuasion that you do not want to watch a show with giant robots in it, I would say that a good compromise, if someone is ever going to make you, is Code Geass. Because Code Geass is not a mech show. It is a show with mechs. And it's a good show with interesting mechs, but the mechs are not really what the show's about. I mean, yeah. I don't know how to convince anyone, Vicky. Or other people who are all female, who don't want to watch giant robots.
I was considering it because of Lelouch, but it's just like
so good.
I could just watch Moriarty the Patriot.
That's also a good, Moriarty the Patriot.
Yeah, I suppose.
Season 2.
Kogi is so good. Anyway.
Season 2. Yeah, nope. Season 2 Moriarty is coming along. Almost finished with that. I think that's still a good sleeper hit for like true crime, and like again with the not Sherlock Holmes who is actually in the show as well. So I feel like that has a good appeal, and English dub, so it's amazing because the accents are just it's fun.
I think I will.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing much. I mean, I gotta of course jump back on the E. Dotton train just so we could talk more about that and in detail.
Pretty Boy Detective Club. Should watch it.
I did like the main character, so that might draw me back because I thought that she would go away and they would take other characters' mysteries. So if she's in there, if it's like Orin High School Club, I'm like, I might be sold with
it.
That
very much feels like that.
Mm-hmm.
And Legs Boy, oh man,
oh my goodness,
Kyoto the Adonis,
Legs for days. I've continued 86.
Really?
Season 2, yeah. I don't know if either of you watched all the way through 86, but season 2 has started, and it's more of the good stuff from the last one. I think only 3 or 4 episodes were out. I'm gonna watch those.
I would watch it. I just don't want to get attached to a character just for them to die off, which I cannot say is true or not.
Well,
but it feels like that.
I can say of the important, like, the characters that they develop, not that many of the, like, well-developed characters die for the obvious reason. But, people die. That's a war, it's a war anime. Yeah, there is a spoiler for all of season 1 in the first episode or 2 of season 2, so I won't say anything, but interesting things happen to the characters who you thought were dead.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. But that's not to say, if you've watched all of season 1, that sounds more confusing than it's supposed to be, but it's still relevant, so I'm just dancing around that. It's interesting. I'm going to continue watching 86. It's a good show. It's not the best show, but it's at least a 7.5, if not an 8 out of 10 on a regular scale. The edgy scale is much lower for this show. Yeah, 86 is fun. The Assassin Show, I have not watched it since last week. I've been busy. But yeah, it's still going to be, related to that weirdness. Yeah. Because right now it's like maybe a 5. Maybe a 5. Like it keeps doing weird stuff, but nothing like actually etchy. Just like, all right, now why you do that? But yeah, no like off the top of my head, I can't remember anything crazy like panty shots or there may have been a shower scene, but I don't quite recall. But yeah, anyway, it has not jumped on the redo of Healer train quite yet, which I can appreciate because the mangaka, she apparently knows how to write ideas that I find at least reasonably interesting.
No, yeah, the ideas definitely are interesting.
Like, she's 2 for 2 right now. Like, hey, that sounds cool. Wait a minute. Damn it, you messed it up. You did the wrong thing. That's not what I was looking for. Because
Well, more than watching any of those, I really just want to play Astral Chain.
Oh, that is anime.
Man, I'm telling you.
That's an anime.
So anime, y'all.
I have Astral Chain, and I put it in my Switch, and then I did not load it, and I still got it. I'm like, I should play. Now Vicky's playing. I should play too.
If you like JoJo's, you're gonna love Astral Chain.
You like JoJo.
Yes,
what?
They're basically like stands.
Okay. No. Okay, look.
Stands for days.
Stands are a cool idea. I'm not saying they're not a cool idea. I'm just saying that, like the plot of some shows, some stuff is dumb.
Yeah.
Some stuff is just dumb. And it's like, okay.
I'll be upfront. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to be upfront about all JoJo's. Like, Season 3 JoJo, Waiting Creative Stands. That's clearly what people, fell in love with. Like,
yes.
Season 1, Season 2, vampires and all that stuff. Like, it's still whatever, but, it's weird.
I'm going to fight you with bubbles, baby.
It is weird. It is quirky.
I'm going to extend my youth with the power of Hamon. The bubble power.
Two words. 2 words. Lisa. We got Lisa. That's 100% win. That's the only reason why we should have JoJo.
Lisa is the best part of the first 2 seasons of the entire show.
And I don't know what that is.
And straight up creeping on his mom.
So good.
That's not cool, man. Not cool at all. So JoJo, the guy you like the most that you think is hilarious, totally peeping on his mom because he didn't know it was his mom because his mom looked like she was 20.
Wow. Yeah, Joseph Joestar's a pervert.
Yes. Yeah, pervert on his mom. Like, what's up, lady? You looking good. Let me look through this keyhole. Ouch, you poked me in the eye. You hot, though.
But Astral Chain.
You hot, mama.
That's a good game.
No, Astral Chain looks pretty cool. Yeah, I bought that.
You should play it. It's so fun.
Yeah, I should play a lot of things that I don't play.
It does a thing, without it being like a spoiler, it does a thing that I wish more games did if you could choose between like a male or female presenting character, where you make them a twin, and then the other one that you aren't is still in the game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
That's legit.
It's a good, basically the same effort it would take to do Shepard in Mass Effect, except the character's always there.
I also did like what they did with Shepard. Just gender neutral names, and you could be whatever. It's just great. Also, Garrus.
Okay.
Oh.
Any clever names for Shepard? Because the best one I came up with wasn't that good. Holy Shepard.
It's Fenship.
I'm just hoping someone has a really clever name for Shepard. I never had a good one.
I don't remember what I named my Shepard.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go full super good, and I'll just be the Holy Shepherd, and I'm running around as gun-toting Jesus.
I just know I absolutely romance Garrus. Best.
I think Garrus is a common romance for the lady folk. And then, okay. So, your opinion is valuable, right? Who do you think is the better choice? Because I know who I picked, and I know that a lot of people picked this character as well. But of the female characters, who do you think is a better choice? Oh shoot, what's her
Jack?
name? I wasn't going to say Jack. They're from the first 2 games. Tali and the blue one.
Oh, the blue alien girl.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't remember the other one. So I would go with Jack.
Tali is the one with the mask.
The alien, the purple.
Oh, the
Cori.
The Cori. See, that's the thing. I didn't really play their routes. I went with Garrus. I saw Garrus and I ran.
Okay. That's completely fair because he was very popular. He was very popular.
But I would go with the mask girl just because that's an interesting wasn't it something like if she took the mask off, she would die because the air was poisonous or something?
I mean, it wasn't literally true, but yeah, essentially that was the problem. Yes, Corians could not. Their immune systems had weakened so much over like 1,000 years in space that they were highly susceptible to disease of any kind. Like they were allergic to darn near everything. But it wouldn't kill them, but it would make them very sick for a long time.
A recipe for disaster. Because any foreign anything would.
Yep.
So you can't even.
Their entire life was living in a clean suit inside of a clean suit. So they were super clean. Because their spaceships are relatively sterile, but then their suits are even more sterile. So it's just like, yeah, it was crazy. It was a cool idea. I think that. So I know that basically through popular demand, Tali was made a romanceable option in the second game. So yeah.
I would go with her.
Anyway. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
After Garrus.
Me too. Yeah. Understandable. Garrus is... Everybody likes those backwards leg people with the dog legs.
Oh my goodness.
Because both of them had that. They both had the like... Anyway. Okay, so let's get back on the Fena train unless you got something else to say, Patrick.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so we've got a good hour, and so we'll do a quick little extra bit here in our well extended B-side. Because I guess Fena was just an average show, so we got a real moderate length of show today. But ninjas versus samurai, okay? Because we're not going to Google anything because I don't care. The ninjas in this show have helmets that make them look very distinctly like they're samurai.
Yes.
And if I know anything about common depictions of ninjas aren't samurai.
Nope.
And samurai specifically, especially when you look at the more historical kind of battle-ready, battle armor thing, they've got armor. They're bulky. They got their two swords. They got their katana and the wakasa. Was it wakat? Shoot, I remember.
Wakaba.
They got two swords. The long sword and the short sword.
Yes.
Whatever that was called. You know, and there's a whole aesthetic to a fully armored samurai that you don't normally see. You know, your Rurouni Kenshin, your Samurai Champloo, your Demon Slayer. They're not wearing full on armor, but they still are different, right? And if I want to, if I know my words correctly, tell me if I'm wrong, Patrick. Samurai means warrior, just straight up, word for word.
Warrior,
one for word. Yeah,
I believe so. Again, we're not gonna look this up. So I'm gonna say
nope.
Yes, warrior.
All right. If I'm wrong, oh well.
Tell us in the comments.
Please. Where can we? Where in the comments? Where are our comments?
On YouTube at Taku Katsu podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or on Twitter at Taku Katsu.
Now I'm gonna Google my own fucking podcast name on freaking.
Or email us.
Email us at
otakukatsu@gmail.com.
God bless it. We don't know our own stuff. We're so bad at this. No wonder. God bless it all.
No worries. No one will listen to this anyway.
No one's not gonna listen.
Otaku Katsu podcast at gmail.com. Right?
She was right.
We've got Otaku Katsu
Vicky was right.
podcast at Podbean. You can leave a comment on YouTube, which is Taku Katsu, but the O has the exclamation after the O because people don't use shit, and we came too late. And then Vicky runs the Twitter because she's a social media manager, apparently. That's how that works.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Samurai does mean warrior. Let's just say that. Samurai,
right.
Warrior.
So, but the ninjas, to my understanding, you know, Ninja Scroll, Naruto, Ninjago.
All
the ninjas.
All good anime. All great anime.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Samurai
They use a sai.
Samurai Pizza Cats. The movie Three Ninjas from the 90s. Yeah.
Red Dragon. Double Dragon.
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Beverly Hills Cops.
All the ninja stuff tells me This is again me just being silly because I don't know this as fact. So
based on
I'm not going to know
media.
Yes.
Incorrect, commonly incorrect media that doesn't give a crap.
Tenchi.
Ninjas are
Tenchu.
Ooh, Tenshu.
That's such a great game,
the game.
Love that game.
Yeah. Point being, ninjas aren't samurai. Samurai aren't ninjas. Ninjas, maybe I think it's the Koga and the Iga clan. I don't remember. They're like the real ninjas and stuff, and they learned their crap, and they made, they created ninjutsu, literally the study of the ninja, right? Ninja techniques. But we don't, as far as I know, there's not a whole lot of like hard evidence. There may be some historical records that say as much, and that's all we base our stuff on. And then we get more and more fantastical, i.e. Naruto, or Ninja Scroll, or Basilisk. Basilisk, not a great anime, but a fun anime. And a bloody anime. And the sequel, because they made a sequel and I couldn't watch it. But, or did I finish it? I can't remember. It wasn't that good.
Not to cut you off. I watched Basilisk, and I have to finish that, because that show goes places.
It does go places. It does go places, but I don't... I would rather you just watch Ninja Scroll.
No, okay.
Because they're both violent and bloody.
Pretty similar.
But Basilisk is one of those where it's like, it's cool, but like at the end of the day, I don't feel like it was something I'd be like, yeah, you should watch it. I'm like, yeah, I watched it. That's it. Like it just, yeah. But yeah, long ramble short. Ninjas are supposed to be like trained as ninjas by themselves. It's just a whole separate thing. And maybe it was devised by some farmers who were like, I got farming tools, I can murder you with them. And then they got hired by people to assassinate other people because they couldn't do samurai. But here's the other thing. What if, I don't know, you had a bunch of trained warriors and you was like, hey, go silently kill some mofos. That would be your samurai. You're going to just ask them to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, if you find somebody who's really good at sneaking in and killing people, yeah, that's what you do. And that's kind of the legend of the ninja. But ninja is not even like... Ninja is a more modern term. This I do know because I looked it up like months ago. Shinobi is the actual like original term for what ninjas are. So
Shinobi, that game was so great. Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden. Or Gaiden.
Are you telling me that you're a big fan of the Dead or Alive beach volleyball game?
No. No. Although, okay, technically,
those are bad games.
Technically,
those are bad games.
They're fun, though. They are fun.
Are
it's
they?
Fun.
Yeah, they're not good games. So.
And I have watched YouTube duo play it, and it was really funny when he lost all of his money gambling.
See, you don't play beach volleyball for beach volleyball. You play for the casino, or for the bathing suits. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it.
You what do they call it? I was going to say Gynex Bounce. It's not that. Okay, so the people of Dead or Alive, whoever that company is, they specifically invented jiggle physics in video games.
Wow.
Like, that is their claim to fame. So if you watch the first, like, one with, like, the
bounce.
As someone who is not a woman, I had to realize when I learned about this that boobs do not jiggle independently of each other.
No.
Independently.
And that's what they invented for video games where they what was it? High School of the Dead, where High School of the Dead just like one goes up and the other one follows after. Like that makes no sense biologically, anatomically.
Or
but as a child, as like a 14-year-old, I was like, oh. That's not how that works. It's crazy. But yeah, they invented it. So if you play Dead or Alive, of the like 20 characters, like 4 of them are men. And obviously they're the only ones who don't have jiggle physics. Yeah. And it can be pretty intense. You're just like that. Yeah, okay. Those tits are just like blah, 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 blah. And Dead or Alive is not the most popular fighting game, so but they make their money. And then Ryu Hayabusa is a cool character in Ninja Gaiden. That's what we get from that whole company.
Mm-hmm. Yep. gotta tie him in. He is now like just the guest character, but he's just like a permanent character, just Ryu Hayabusa.
Yeah. Anyway, so my whole ramble that we have not even gotten to the point of is that it's very confusing from a layman's perspective anyway, if you care enough to look at it at all. When you see ninjas with samurai helmets and long-ass swords, like, this is what we do. Because samurai would do the same thing. So what's the difference?
Yeah, one thing I think we were talking about this just like before the podcast, but like samurai are held to like the warrior's code.
Bushido.
Ninjas, yeah, the ninjas attack and do their work in the shadows. And therefore, they're not honorable because they don't let their opponents be the one to like give them a chance. But a samurai, when you challenge someone as a samurai, sort of like a duel where like I pull out your sword, we're gonna fight. Like it's a 1-to-1 like honor system. It's kind of like I challenge you to a duel in the old Midwestern terms, where like in westerns, right? Like it's honorable to like not shoot someone without them knowing. Like that's just like assassination. But when you challenge someone to a duel, you both are standing next to each other, facing each other, and you have your hands on your guns. You give each other a honorable fights and a chance. But that's like the samurai's code. Like you be honorable in that sense. But ninjas, they kind of get the bad rap, and this is all just coming from my perception in anime and media. It's like ninjas are quote unquote perceived as dishonorable and dirty because they fight with their tactics, and you know they don't confront a battle head on. Therefore, they are the less respected of the two versus samurais versus ninjas.
Strike from the shadows.
Yeah, and that's that. But that's the whole gimmick. The whole gimmick is to fight not necessarily dirty, but to use chains and everything that they can use, kunais, all that stuff. But a samurai only has their sword, and it's quote unquote a close range fair fight in that sense. Like, they don't strike you when you're down. They like get up, we're gonna fight in that sense. But so seeing them with the samurai helmet, I'm like, I get conflicted because I'm like, that is not how a samurai fights. Like, you know, like this is just my mental brain, but like, no, you dishonor the samurai's code by wearing their garb, and like you should yeah, I guess that's weird, but that's just kind of how I feel when I was watching it. I was like, yeah, it's just conflicting to see that.
Vicky's like, I have no comments on ninjas or samurais. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it matters in any real way, but
nah, I don't think so either.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm here to see a comedy adventure where she bumbles along and deals with her buddy Sukimaru or whatever, Mura, and preferably fight some pirates and some ninja action, and that'd be fun. And if I don't get that in 3 episodes, I'll probably be done.
3-episode cap.
Yeah.
If she doesn't cut her hair within the 2nd episode,
if she doesn't wear her pirate outfit that was promised in the intro, I'm done.
Well, I've watched 3 more episodes of Ranma due to my long week, and Akane has not got her hair cut yet, but it will happen. Okay, so real quick, since we're talking about hair, that episode of Ranma was like really, really like it was played for the drama of her getting her hair cut. So tell me a little bit. Why do you want her hair to get cut so bad?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Because it shows like a freedom from her past. Like she's not gonna be that vulnerable girl that's like dictated to. She's gonna take charge of her like present and her future and just be like, do whatever she wants. It's kind of like when it's women in hair, so much of it is dictated by what men want or what other women want for her. And it's like, it's just hair. It grows back. Do what you want with it.
Yeah, bring back your dreads.
I will. I plan on getting dreads again.
As the man dictating what I want.
Oh, well.
Cori, I'm not sure if the question was being serious, but hair is very important to women.
No, okay. Honestly, though, jokes aside, when I watched, this is like 2000, let's call it 2004, when I watched Ranma, and I watched that episode with Akane, like, it was, like I said, they played it for the drama. It was a big deal that she got her hair cut, and like the why she got her hair cut, and the for whom, and who she was copying, and why her hair was long, and all this other stuff. It was kind of a big deal. So that was when then I was like, oh, hair's important. I don't know if that's for just the ladies or if it's just in Japan or what. Like, I don't have any context for it because at that point, not a lot of contact with like little sisters. So it wasn't one of those things where I could like have that experience where they're like, this is why hair is important. This is not, or hear people talk about it. And my mom neither. So it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I guess that's a big deal. But then I see it more. And so, for those who are familiar with the timeline, in 2003, 2004, Naruto was out. And what happens with Sakura? Her hair gets cut off. And then she's like, fuck it. Wham! I'm fucking you all up. And she does a good job, right? She beats some ass with her, low chakra level smart ass. So that was kind of like the 1-2 punch where I'm like, oh, hair is important, at least for women in Japan, like at minimum, like, or at least people in anime want me to think that women is important.
You're right. I'm trying to think, how do you word this correctly?
Because I don't want to be too broad. I don't want to generalize, but the point was being very much sold to me that it's important. And I can imagine why it would be important because it takes a lot of effort. But as Vicky said, it's not just it's easy, it's hard. There's the social
norms put onto it.
Yes, thank you.
There's a lot of representation.
Right.
Also, like youth and all that stuff and whatever.
Yeah. And obviously long hair is seen as more feminine 99% of the time. Mm-hmm. And so that's like a big deal. And blah, 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 blah.
Same thing with men not having long hair for that reason. Especially in America.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
In Asian countries, it's a bit different. And even in like native cultures as well. European cultures, it's like it's got to be short. It's got to be like neat in a way. It's got to be a certain way. And it's like, that's not how it is everywhere. But they push their ideals onto other cultures and it spreads. So it's like, but it's just fucking hair. Do what's wrong with it. Cut it. Don't cut it. Dye it.
Yeah.
It's hair.
Hair represents character growth. Cutting out the hair always, like in movies or in video games, there's always this scene where like if the main character is a girl, like they usually may or may not get a haircut or put color in their hair. Like it's just like, again, we said with Naruto Sakura, with Fena, she's gonna be obviously gonna cut her hair and represent like she's free, like just like Naruto. Like it's pretty big and it's a common trope, I guess. And I mean, there's a lot of backstory to that, I guess.
Now, I have never seen the movie, but I kind of wanted to. It was a documentary from Chris Rock called Good Hair. And the very, very short general explanation is it's about how black women style their hair, and generally speaking, how they style it in a way that is not natural for them, because that would be good hair, versus it being natural and being proud and happy with what it looks like naturally. And I'm like, shit, life's hard. The world is fucked
for
up.
real.
So, and that's a short, like, that's not even getting into the real nitty gritty of it. But yeah, I've learned to at least respect that it's a challenge. If nothing else. I still think that Vicky's dreads were awesome, though. And this is speaking as someone who had dreads for years as well. And dreads are freaking hard.
Because dreadlocks weren't seen as good hair. It was seen as like you didn't do your hair. Like it was dirty and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, that's just the way they were seen, because people that didn't have hair suitable for dreads were trying to dread it. And the way they went about it was bad ways. But dreadlocks were just as clean and easy to keep up as any other hair. I just wanted to cut mine off because and restart because it was weakening the follicles.
I was having, I had so much trouble by the end. I was having so much trouble by the end. You know what? Anyway, I think that this very mediocre show is worth giving a shot. But but you may not find yourself invested after the first episode. As none of us have really committed to it, other than me, kind of saying like, "I'm gonna give it a shot." Patrick's like, "I'll give it one more." Vicky's like, "I'd rather watch a bad show like JoJo's."
So bad it's good. So bad it's good.
So bad.
You know what you're in for. At least you know what you're gonna get.
Okay, real quick. Can you remember any more like names of characters that were fun?
Vanilla Ice.
Speed
There literally is Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
And are we talking about Jojo?
Yeah. Speedwagon. Ario Speedwagon.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
This just make me want to watch JoJo's.
You should watch JoJo so that you can talk shit about it with me.
I know the Pillarmen have an awesome theme.
Yeah.
That mixes well with other songs.
So good.
Yeah. Who's the other two Pillarmen? Because there's Cars, there's Wham.
Whamu.
But I cannot remember.
And,
I thought Cars was someone separate from the three Pillarmen.
He's one of the Pillarmen.
Yeah, he's the main. I believe he's the main one. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, I'm sure. Here's the thing: if we were to just say any '80s or like '90s band, rock band, or something like that, you'd be like, they might be in the show. Like
Elton John.
Maybe. I swear they might be.
There might
I swear.
Poison. Actually,
yes, Poison probably is in
Poison?
it. Yep. The first three. I mean, people are more familiar with the first 3 seasons and like maybe 4 and 5.
Oh. Santana.
Oh, there's Oingo Boingo.
Oh yeah,
Oingo Boingo.
Yeah,
I love some Oingo Boingo, y'all. Like
they're in the show.
Yeah,
they're great.
Zeppeli is after Zeppelin. That's where you learn Hamon or bubble powers, as I like to see. Dio is Ronnie James Dio, founder of supergroup Dio.
I mean, there's a bunch of the stands are also also band names. There's Spice Girls actually as a stand.
Oh right. There's Wang Chung or Wang Chan. He's Dire in Straitsio. Dire Straits. What's some more fun ones?
Great.
There's also sometimes they name them after songs. There's one after it's called D4C, which is Dirty Deeds Done for Cheap.
Yeah.
Like they're actually just songs. They're just song titles.
Wow.
Oh, Iggy.
Oh right, Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop,
right?
which is the dog. Iggy Pop.
Paige, Jones, Plant, and Borneman are the 4 members of Led Zeppelin. Let's see. There's another fun one that I just need to.
So he legit was just like, I'm just gonna name all my stuff after
rock stars,
which I appreciate. That's great.
Vanilla Ice's his stand is called Cream, which is amazing.
That's great.
It's amazing. Like he goes there, he just like you know what you're gonna get when you watch the show. Like what?
So basically, I'm finna get hyped for JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Suzy Q. Suzy Q is named after Suzy Quintaro. Suzy Q. The Pillarmen. There we go. Santana, Wham, AC/DC. That was it. His name is freaking AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Jesus Christ. Oh, and they spell it like AS. Like they in the subtitles, they spell it in the dumbest way. Because they don't want to get sued so bad.
Yes, they had to change a couple of the things because of when English translation, like they had to change.
So if you don't know and you've been listening to this podcast for this long, congratulations. The Japanese don't always pronounce things perfectly. So the reason Wham is in English is Whamu and not just Wham is because that's how they pronounce it in Japanese, because they add an extra U at the end of Wham. But because they don't want to get sued, they're like, just call him Whamu and keep on going. Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah, AC/DC is spelled ESIDISI.
SCDC.
SCDC.
Oh, God.
Wow. Oh, A. His E is pronounced E.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. It's a wild show, but I think that's the appeal of it. Again, it's the gimmick. It's a purely gimmick show, and that's what draws you into it.
But he's been making this show for like 40 years. Like that's the manga. It's like it's it's like it's not a gimmick if you've been doing it for 40 years. Just what you are.
It is what you are.
Well, next week, I don't know what we're watching.
Whose is it?
Because it's me, I think.
Vicky's.
I have no idea.
Oh,
you could take any pick. You could take any pick.
I'm blanking on everything.
I would prefer it be a new show, but I got some options of new shows if you want me to throw a couple out there.
I'll take a look. Because I thought I had one, but then I forgot. And I was like, oh man.
You could always do The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated.
That's the one. Actually, yes. I do want to see that. Yep.
You could also do
I want to see
Platinum End. That's an option.
No. Because the
Vicky's
assassin one is by the same lady, right?
Vicky's to be on brand.
But I have been watching it, so it won't be anything special for me. But yes, you can.
I want to compare what happened.
Yeah.
To have the other one made first, and this one made second.
You're gonna see.
It's because this is a visual novel and that one's porn. So they made porn first. Marketable porn.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It wasn't porn.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, my next pick is going to be Shumatsu no Harem.
Jesus Christ. Watch it on your own time.
That's such a rough one.
Sorry.
I couldn't even watch a second one to see what happens.
Mushoku Tensei. No. Platinum End. Platinum End is new. Scarlet Nexus is bad. Don't watch that. Banished from the Heroes Party is new. Oh, this is probably my next pick is going to be Irina, the Vampire Cosmonaut. I'm 100% down for that one. I don't know if it'll be good, but I want to see it. Then there's the Hike story, which I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Those are some ones that I was generally interested in. There's a bunch of random stuff that's either average or crap, potentially. Then there's a couple like I've been suggesting for a while now. I just kind of waiting for some kind of lull to watch. Why is this a season 2? Why is this a season? Anyway, sorry.
What season 2?
The Daily Life of the Immortal King, season 2. Which is what I was going to talk about. I was thinking about doing a Chinese anime thing, because that's becoming more and more prominent. Like, that's Chinese. There's the MMO one that's like League of Legends, but it's an MMO and it's not that good. And then there's Link Click, which I hear
Link
was
Click.
good.
I wanted to watch Link Click. That's definitely on my.
So, and I think Vicky would like that one because it's got pretty boys.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I need to go watch that other vampire anime because that was kind of fun. Vanitas, yeah. But yeah,
Vanitas?
Yeah.
Oh, more Vanitas.
Yeah, more Vanitas. Yeah. Just keep watching it. But yeah, I'm currently watching Mushoku Tensei 86 season or part 2. But So next week we're watching, what was it?
The World's Finest Assassin gets isekai to another world.
Gets isekai with all the ladies. More
all right,
ladies.
well, I can tell you as a matter of fact that I know the answer. I will be watching that because I'm still watching that show. So, spoilers.
I believe it's called Sekai Cycle. No.
Ansatsu.
Ansatsusha?
Oh, shoot.
Ansatsusha.
Yeah.
Isekai Kizoku ni Tensei Suru. It's a long title, but whatever.
A Sasikai. That's what it's called, Sasikai.
Oh, okay. Oh, also, Ranking of Kings looks really weird, but it might be good. Based on, what was it, Mother's Basement. It's basically a character who, he looks like a little kid. Like he's drawn in almost like a Ghibli style. And he is in a world where there's a lot of kings, and they're Ranking of Kings. And he is mute. He can't talk. and he's trying to figure out how to be really, really strong. So, yeah. These are some not recommendations that you can consider watching if you are listening to us on time when we release our episodes on Saturdays. But yeah, so to wrap this up, we have been Taku Katsu, and you have listened to us talk about Fena, Pirate Princess, Episode 1. Patrick is kind of mediocre. I'm mediocre, and Vicky's below mediocre on this show. We're going to watch some of it. Vicky's going to report back on her enjoyment of 12 full episodes of Katanagatari, a wonderful show with great characters, and they talk too much.
So much dialogue.
But it's a good watch once you get used to it. Patrick's going to finish up watching Utena, and I'm going to continue to tell them that they need to watch Idaten, while I watch shows that are not as good as Idaten, like Mushoku Tensei or Utena, which I finished and will never watch the movie, because why would I do that?
But now has the movie to finish.
No.
It's not complete.
No.
Not complete. You didn't finish watching the show.
You're at 90%.
99%.
Cool. Pass, fail, I fail.
You're not going to get your platinum trophy. You got to get 100%.
I have no platinum trophies because I have no PlayStation 5. Give me a PlayStation 5, please. This show is sponsored by PlayStation 5 because they're going to give you one.
Hey, if we keep saying it long enough,
right. When the PlayStation 7 comes out, they'll be like, whatever, here. We can't sell this. All right. So, next episode, we're going to watch an assassin become a child so he can be an assassin as an aristocrat. And then the week after that, Patrick will let us know what we'll do. But we have been Otaku Katsu. I have been your main horse. I guess it's Uma Musume as well. I've been your main horse, Cori. Why don't you sign out, Vicky?
I have been another host, Vicky.
And also the third host, Evangelion reference.
Ooh,
Patrick.
Ooh. I have been your side horse. Or your Okazu.
Stop it. Oh my god.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Adios.
Johnny.